Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. It's album review time as the hyper-melodic epic rock trio that is LostAlone are back with their long-awaited fourth album, The Warring Twenties, due for release on the 30th of September 2022 via Dharma Records. Now, LostAlone, right? Where have they been? The return of LostAlone was reason enough to celebrate, but the fact that they returned with a brand new album is something else. Then you add in the fact that it is a banger release, and like I'm doing here, it smiles all around. Yes, LostAlone are back, and with an immaculate release, one that sounds like the band haven't been away for 8 years, but also isn't just a rethread of previous work. There's a feeling of celebration as Enduring the Dream kicks in and LostAlone re-announce themselves to the world. With a brilliant anthemic pop-infused melodic rock number. Fun and energetic, it is a major aspect of LostAlone's appeal, but so is their heart and soul, and with the meaningful lyrical content of Time Goes Fast when you're having fun, so for a long life you best have none. That really comes through. I adore that title of that track as well. When I saw how long it was, but read it and understood and listened to the lyrics, absolutely adored it. Those first two tracks were the starter. The last drop of Forever is the hearty and flavourful main. LostAlone hitting an anthemic high that is gorgeously melodic and has a chorus that builds upwards brilliantly. Then we have the amazing harmonisation of Punchline Punched Back, a track that has a more robust rock rhythm and a sharper, punchier content of False Flag Feeling. Say that fast 3 times. LostAlone still more than capable of delivering emphatic statements while being, of course, deliciously catchy. Now for me at this stage, I had this question: can the Warring Twenties possibly get any better than this? And I found out with Lost and Found Balance, which is an emotive and thought-provoking example of how it can get better. The vocals being at the forefront of the melody makes the lyrical content even more impressive. Toy Ghosts then brings the energy back with great aplomb, the LostAlone harmonisation ever prevalent here. Before I Don't Need a Rocket to Find My Own Space does something unexpected, as it sees LostAlone deliver a straightforward blast of groovy rock. No complaints though, because once again, it is a banger, and the chorus, oof, that is a sing-along. Who would ever want this to end? It's too much fun, but end it must. The penultimate track is Over Under a Spell and has LostAlone getting a little experimental. The structure is looser, and there are lots of little layers that makes it so very interesting. Followed then by an epic, but without the epic length in the form of the title track. Cinematically tinged, powerful rock instrumentation. It is a massive sounding finale and the perfect track to cap off this glorious album. I think few bands could return with an album this strong, but LostAlone are not like every other band. The Warring Twenties is this band confidently declaring that they're as strong as ever. I had a blast with it. I had more fun than I expected, and I really paid attention to a lot of things. Paid more attention to the lyrical content than I often do. But the melodies, the harmonisation, the guitars, the riffs, the drums, there were so many good things going into this, wrapped up in this kind of alt-rock, pop rock, a little bit punky at times. Great, great album. I don't really know them that well before this album. And I'm glad I loved it, because now all I want to do is go back and check out more of their music and kind of reconnect, because I do know some of the stuff from before, but nowhere as much. Certainly didn't enjoy it as nowhere as much as I enjoyed this album. I really, really had a good time with it, and that was such a wonderful surprise. I'm so pleased that I did, and I hope you do too as well. It's the Warring Twenties. It's out on September 30th by Dharma Records. Check it out. Check it out. Give this band a go if you've never heard of them before, or if you're returning to them after this 8-year hiatus, this 8-year out of the scene. You know you're going to check it out. Come back and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch. from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?